everybody, and welcome back to another edition of our M13 set review. Woo! Today we're going over the blue cards. The best color in Magic, what's up? And we're going to look at all of the amazing blue cards they decided to stick into our core set. We are starting with our Kale Answer.
The bad Snapcaster.
The really bad Snapcaster Manager.
Unless you're bringing back Cruel Tomatoes. Because come on. Cruel Tomato,
sweet.
Bring it back.
Well, you're going to find the Cruel, make them with your Augur of Bolus, which we'll talk about in a second, and you're going to bring it back with your Kale Answer.
And you're going to make it super cheap with your Omniscience.
Yeah, you are. Such science. Anyway, I like the card. I think it's sweet. I love Azek Chronarch. Discussed it a little bit in the show. But I think it's just a terrific reprint.
Oh, it's great. I mean, I wanted to have 2 power, but it would be way too good unlimited for that. Like, 1 power is just perfect. Like, you don't want this trading. Like, getting back a removal spell.
Trading and killing and value.
Yeah.
Just too much.
Yeah, very good card, though.
It's a great card. Arctic Haven, though.
This is one of my cards. I'm calling this one to see constructed play. We'll need some Shocklands.
I was writing the show about the M13 spoilers part 2, and they've already seen it. But what I was going to say this one and the Flint Hoof Boar, which is the green one, are the 2 constructed worthy ones. And then I was just like, well, you're paying 3 mana for a Delver versus 1 mana for a Delver. It can get lifelink, but it costs you a mana, which makes me go, eh.
I mean, we shouldn't compare these cards to Delver.
You can't help it. It's right there.
Yeah, but like they do other things. Like for one, Delver has to be played in a deck with a bunch of spells. This guy doesn't have to. You can play him with a bunch of exalted creatures.
That's just like you explaining to me. This card has to be played with lands. Like what?
No, that's not true.
Delver just plays with spells to be played with spells.
That's not true. You have to design it around that.
A bit, but you know, it's a blue deck.
It's a big thing.
It's Snapcaster Mage. You know, it says what's up.
You know how much better that deck would be if you could play like a million like swords and Augur of Boluses and Restoration Angels and stuff? No, but you have to concern yourself so your Delvers actually flip.
Yeah. Arctic Haven I know is value, okay?
Yes.
I'm not going to argue about the fact that it's value, and a 3/2 lifelinker is terrific, and no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But if this card were 2 mana, it would be completely ridiculous.
Well, yeah, it would be bonkers. Like, I think 3 mana for this is fine. Like, the 1 extra mana to gain lifelink. Like, lifelink is a really good ability. Very undervalued. Yeah, with Exalted, with, like, Rancor.
Ugh, crazy.
I'm going deep with Rancor.
You're going way deep, man. Everything's like, man, then you had Rancor on there, a Kale Answer, and you're like, raw.
Right. This is a card that I want to play with. There's, like,
this guy's
5 cards.
constructed worthy, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I already did a playtest video with Jerry, and it was like, we've never done this before. We sat down with the deck. I had 2 in my deck. After game 1, I cast 1, and I'm like, can I just add another one? And we just, like, I put a 3rd in my deck. Like, it's like, this card is awesome.
Card is value.
Yeah, I mean.
Reminds me of a Courtisar. Reminds me of
Silvergill Adept.
Silvergill Adept, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and the reason that I really like this card is, yes, it's 1/3 instead of a 2/1, but having 3 toughness right now is actually pretty sweet. Like Whip Flare and the Elishnorn, like just being able to protect her. And you can also just like equip with Runechanter Spike because you're going to want to play Pike when you're playing a bunch of spells. And this card just fits perfectly in like a mono blue wizard Delverish deck.
It's the 2-drop that the Delver deck needed. Because the 2-drop that you were normally like sort of leaning on was Snapcaster Mage.
And Snapcaster Probe was a really good effect.
Absolutely. But Augur of Bolus with a sweet blocker and gets you like some value.
It blocks wolf tokens. It blocks the first side of a
Huntmaster?
Well, Stranglegeist.
Stranglegeist. Oh.
Yeah, it kills the first half, so you don't have to use 2 spells or 2 cards to kill it, which is like you never had any answer to it. It was always a 2-for-1 unless you just snagged it away. But this guy actually like brick walls him.
Good card.
Very good card.
Very good card. Battle of Wits. Awesome reprint. Yes, obviously on Reddit there was the guy at the pre-release who won with it.
What?
Oh yeah, they took a picture. Like his opposing board, the guy had like a Chandra the Firebrand and like a bunch of guys and was like attacking, and all he had was 5 islands and a Battle of Wits and a big stack of cards.
That's insane.
It was the sickest.
Wow. I mean, I still think like if
You're going too deep.
If you're playing Battle of Wits, you've already lost.
Oh, no, you haven't. Battle of Wits is sweet because Battle of Wits is just like casual players love alternate win conditions. And what Maher was actually saying today, Mark Rosewater, was that casual players like the alternate win conditions, but they also are sort of learning that Magic is ruled by the cards. You know what I mean? It's not just like this set rule base and everything kind of falls into it.
Yeah.
The cards set the rules, and this is a card that literally sets the rules of winning the game. And I think that's terrific.
It's fun. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the last Jerry TV or GB TV, I always call it Jerry TV, and I accidentally slipped, and now they heard it. I don't even put my name in it.
Dude, you put your name in it.
I just call it Jerry TV.
And people like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I talked about how the first time I ever played Conley Woods, we didn't know each other, and he was playing this in a PTQ. And he put it into play on turn 5 of turns. And I was so mad at him in the first 50 minutes that we played that I just made him take the draw. Yeah, I did not like Conley Woods the first time I met him. Yeah. We talked about that in the
prison rules.
I told the whole story, but yeah, it's really funny. And then we see each other like 4 years later. We're like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And like, neither of us knew the story until Rich Hagon and I were going through like stuff for the book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that was him.
Conley, was always the master of the random card. Even still is the master of the random cards and for random decks. And
yeah, he was playing Battle of Wits.
The card is sweet. And of course, in the show, I actually go back and watch the classic SCG Live.
Oh yeah,
of Kenny Maher. God, so sick.
Yeah, show and tell. I'll show you something, and we'll tell the story.
The best is just his face. The two things. One, Kenny Maher in that video.
Maybe they don't know the story. So let's.
All right. Well, the story is, guys playing show and tell, sneak attack stuff, and to bring in Emrakul, and Kenny Maher is playing Battle of Wits Zoo because he was dared, or they were like
they had a challenge.
They had a challenge, like 5 people played it or something.
Yeah.
And because he loves Zoo, he made the Battle of Wits Zoo version, and the guy plays show and tell. And
I mean, he doesn't play it. He goes,
yeah.
Do you got it?
Yeah. And Kenny, just cool. He just like takes the card from his hand and puts it down, and then flips it up.
Doesn't even get shocked. The commentators are just like going crazy.
Completely nuts. The people around are going nuts, and Kenny's just like,
are you done yet?
Is it my turn? Literally asks him, are you done? Like, I would like to go to my upkeep so I can win this game. Clone is back.
Daddy's back. Big Clone's back.
I don't want no more Phantasmal Images, yo.
Oh, come on. He left. We had fun with Phantasmal Image and Phyrexian Metamorph.
Well, we had a lot of fun with
I found my way back to a top 8 of a GP with 8 clones. What? I want my clones to cost like 2. Why can't they just make a 1-mana clone?
Gross.
I love clones that are so cheap and they're so good.
The only way they can make, in terms of like the power level and the way it's skewed, the way that they would make a 1-mana clone is it died at end of turn. It would be a clone for 1 blue that at end of turn sacrifice it. So you'd be able to get like, the sweet bonuses or whatever from your creatures.
Yeah, I know, but who cares? I'm going to miss my image. See you, image.
Clone by itself, however, is not that impressive.
No.
While not being constructed, isn't powered up like the other ones. Metamorph
no, they're just cheaper.
Deck. They made Phantasmal Image so cheap it went into all sorts of things.
And it worked with Sun Titan. Like, Clone just like misses out on everything.
Yeah. Just 1 mana too far. And it's just a card
from back
it's good
and limited. Yeah, it's a fine card. It is. This is exactly what you need for a clone effect, though. You can't let us have the other cards. They're so busted.
Do you really, I think at this point, because the way we've seen creatures trending, that a clone will be like 1 blue one of these days? Literally this card for just 1 blue.
Possibly.
Because, why
I don't think so, because you add more colored symbols to a card when they're more powerful and they're more like that color, but
but it's cheaper.
Well, sure, but it doesn't make any sense to make it cheaper and make it cost more blue when at this, it's like, why make a card cost blue that's probably never going to be blue when it hits play, That's the reason I like it just costing 1 blue.
Well, it gives you the hoop that you have to jump through in order to get the sweet effect for only 3 mana.
Yeah, you're thinking too spiky.
What? I think spiky. Courtly Provocateur.
I absolutely love this card. I've always
has the mask. You attack. You block. What? She uses her little masky thing, and there's people all passed out and stuff because, yeah.
I just thought it was nap time.
But look now, all right, so speaking of sweet flavor text, my one regret is that I have mastered an art that leaves its audience unable to applaud. Oh, so sad.
Oh, that is really good.
It is really sweet, though. It's just a cool, wonderfully flavorful card. It's a 3-mana 1/1 that helps with combat stuff.
Oh, I actually love these kind of effects because I've always liked the ability to force them to attack at you, but now you can make them block and
That's sweet.
Yeah, I definitely like these manipulation cards for blue because like they're not fighting on the same power level anyway. So when you get to be a little more tricksy,
it's an effect that like can sort of safely live in limited. Will never go to constructed, but does fantastic things there, or even in casual.
And it turns games that were like probably not that complex into like these just like mind wrecks. You're just
Decision
like,
tree. Blah, 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 blah,
yeah, I really like it.
Divination, baby.
We got it back again. We're drawing 2 cards.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. Look, I liked the Wizards' sort of brain challenge of if they removed every single thing in Standard that said draw a card on it, and they printed Divination, but you had to pay some amount of life in addition to the 3 mana, what would you pay?
0.
What? Yes, you would. This was the only card draw in Standard.
Yeah, but card draw isn't even that good anymore. Like, Magic is too fast now. Like, the creatures are too good. You don't have time to, like, gain card advantage. You just, like, literally have to kill everything that hits the board or you're dead.
But don't you have to draw cards so you can draw the things that kill the creatures?
No, you just have to play the creatures and just hope you win.
Now you got to play and hope?
Yeah, you just have to, like, be like, please be a bonfire, please don't be a bonfire, please be a bonfire, please don't be a bonfire.
Someone was saying that Magic was a skill game the last time we talked.
Yeah, last time Bonfire wasn't printed. Have you?
Bonfire's real.
I mean, I did play a pretty sweet deck that was hard to play at the Invitational, the Solar Frights deck. I worked really hard on that. But like for the last 6 months, I have just been like the Grand Architect, like make a worm coil and 3 more, wee, and like at the Pro Tour, Bonfire you, wee. Like I am okay, I am content. I have jumped on the WotC roller coaster. I'm putting my hands up. I am just dealing with the
bonfire.
Yeah.
Here we go. Bonfire.
Yeah, like I think that card draw is fine, but even if they like reprinted Concentration or something like that, like it's fine, but it's not good enough because there's too high of a chance that like what your hand does doesn't beat what they're doing.
So is Bonfire like the villain right now that no one is sort of like, you know, Delver and Snapcaster I think sort of cast this big shadow, and Bonfire just kind of exists as God, that card again. You know, like because you just get blown out.
Well, Bonfire is actually just like taking over Magic. Like online, if you see it, like all these decks are like these Naya decks or these green-red aggro decks, and because they run Cavern, that means that Delver has a tough time keeping their mana leaks in because they can't counter your creatures, but they can counter these 4 bonfires. So like they board the mana leaks out, and so Bonfire is even good against Delver. It's like good against every deck. It's even good against control decks because like you can just like get some burn off of it.
Right.
And it's just this reach card that's insane. Like that is the scary card. That is the card in like 8 months. We're just gonna be like, Wizards, please ban this, please, just one time, just come on, like,
stupid bonfire.
Like it's but they're not because it's like the Blood Red Elf that's just awesome.
Well, for what it's worth, in terms of stupid brain challenge for Divination, I told them I'd probably pay 2 or 3 life.
I think this was before
This was about a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, like now it's changed. Like Innistrad has changed the game. The creatures are so good.
Creatures are crazy good. But Downpour, you're tapping them. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, the flavor, I love the flavor of this.
That
just
elk
Downpour
is getting taken away.
No, he's going for a joyride. He was in a fight and he's like, screw this, I'm
going
going
swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna grab his like toboggan.
Earning his water hooves.
Toboggan is not the right thing.
Toboggan?
No, said it
Hell
wrong.
of a toboggan. Encrust. I'm encrusted. Now this seems like a little scalpel for the metagame.
Yeah.
Enchant sword of whatever and whatever, or creature.
Hopefully it's not equipped.
Yeah, enchant a mythic thing is sort of what I read most of this card as.
No, I see it being enchanting my trading posts.
Trading post, good stuff.
I like trading posts, but
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Weird trading posting guy. Encrust.
Yeah, I think it's a good card.
I think it's great because it's like a limited all-star, but it also could have constructed applications because it is so versatile, you know?
Well, the problem with that is, like, once they give us perfect mana, we just can find cards that just do better things than it. Like, it's a good card, but it's the one that costs more than just the specific answer.
I mean, it's not the blue Oblivion Ring, but we don't want blue to have an Oblivion Ring.
No.
So.
I mean, it's fine. It will not see constructed play, though. Sorry.
I still wanted to enchant a sword of whatever versus whatever. Essence Scatter.
We're back to this again. Seems like every 2 years, Watch is like, yeah, we can't give them any more counter magic. It's too good. We'll give them Essence Scatter, negate, and then like a year later, like, We can print a mana leak. It'll be fine.
And then it's like, yeah, but I love how I remember the Tom Lapelli article was like, why reprint Mana Leak? Because of Mana Leak, yay! And we're like, what? Because of what? Spikes. Spikes are fun. It's like, why is it awesome? Because it's awesome. What?
But
Mana Leak does weird things. Essence Scatter, however, counters creature guys.
Yes, counter target creature. It's fine. I think having Mana Leak or Essence Scatter and Negate is probably a good place for counter magic right now. Like, we don't want, like, I am sick of blue-white Seachrome Coast decks being the best deck. Like, it's been 2 years. I'm done. Like, I've enjoyed it. I have done well with these decks, but I want to play with other colors. I want to play with creatures that don't need to come into play effect to be good. Yeah. Like, I'm fine with Essence Scatter being the best because it's going to be okay. You're going to run it in some decks, but I'm going to get to have fun with my creatures.
Yeah, and then I'm going to counter the crap out of them. Fairy invaders. Rawr. Fairies. Yay.
They're not that big. Why is it a 3/3?
Well, because there's 3 of them. Stuff with a flash, because they're fast.
Ooh.
3 damage.
Don't touch me.
Not doing it. But you know what? I respect you, buddy.
I respect you.
Magic's a skill game. Fob Bank. It's a blue and a colorless reprint from Urza Saga. Honestly, it's just nice that this is no longer like a $5 uncommon. For the sole,
it used to be?
Yeah, for the sole reason that it's made in Urza Saga.
Really?
Casual players love this card.
Do they?
Yes. Because they're like, oh snap, nothing's going to kill the Fob Bank shock. But seriously, it's like, it's a pretty sweet wall for a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it does what it's supposed to do.
I mean, I do like that, like, it's going to stop Exalted. Like, it's a perfect answer to the Exalted, like, train.
True.
So, I mean, you can just play this and, like, they can't Exalted you, but then, so then they have to attack with their whole team and you can pick them away. And
right. That's cool. I mean, like, for me, the Fob Bank does a lot of cool things in the environment, but also is a really nice reprint for those who like this type of effect.
And just picture yourself, like, right in the middle by that water, and you just see, like, the hands and the fog just coming at you.
Yeah, it's doing that thing again. Harbor Serpent. This is the blue needs random huge fatties sort of section of the color
But this is by far my favorite version of the Serpents. Like,
yeah.
you can attack with it in a more blue-based deck. Like, I like this version of all of them. Like, I have won many a game with a Harbor Serpent. I didn't want to win the game with a Harbor Serpent, but I did.
Hey, you need all the water. You need all the water lands, and then, like, once the water land's there, the Serpent's ready to attack and stuff. Like, the flavor is sweet.
Yeah, you can't even control them. It's kind of like when you're, like, setting the food down, try to trick someone. You're, like, setting, like, islands down for him to swim in.
So what you're saying is we're doing, like, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, Harbor Serpent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hydro Surge. This is they put the fire hose on the creature to tell him to be quiet.
Yes, this is how I felt the first day I was here when I got water ballooned.
Yep, that's me with the fire hose.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Brad.
Yeah. And this is
awesome.
great flavor text. Thirsty?
Thirsty. Guilty? Thirsty? What?
Good card. I like these tricks. These are like good blue cards when your opponent has big monsters and you like need something to just kill the one guy and you can like triple block it and just get it out of the way.
What I want to know is like, was an attribution credit really necessary? Wouldn't the flavor of text worked a little better if it just said thirsty?
Yeah, and
I don't really know if I need to hear
because they wanted to say he's a hydromancer though.
Ooh, a hydromancer. Ooh, you're a water wizard. All right, Index.
I mean, they printed Preordain, they printed Ponder. What's next? Index getting banned?
Index is gonna get banned. Index is too good.
Sets up some miracles.
Sets them miracles up, boys. What? These cards are awesome because like when there's crap in the top 5, yeah, you're feeling bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of feeling bad, Jace Memory Adept.
They reprinted Jace.
They did.
That card was banned.
Oh my god. This card is unreal.
Oh wait, no, it's the wrong one.
Dude, man. This card was made to not be good. Now, let me explain that. This card was made in an effort to not hurt anything. It doesn't hurt anything to have a overpowered Planeswalker in Limited because that's what Planeswalkers are in Limited.
Yeah.
They didn't want, like Jace the Mind Sculptor was what came before this guy, and no one wanted another one of those. So, even though, I mean, all the spikes around the world love the hell out of that card.
It's fun.
It's unreal. But this one, I had to take it out of my cube because it's stupidly unfun and limited.
It's way too good.
It's just way too good.
It's just, you have one turn.
Yeah.
Take your one turn.
People will, you know, like errata it in their cubes and stuff, or errata it.
Just take it out.
But just don't run it. It's one of those cards that, like, in the deck for the people who like to build the cool graveyard-based EDH decks or something, you know, or just casual mill stuff. Go nuts, man. But like, this card was made to not hurt anything
and to keep the Jace going because they like Jace.
Well, Jace is like the Mickey Mouse of Magic.
Yep.
He's the closest thing they have. Now, they have built the other Planeswalkers up in various capacities, but Jace is the man. And they certainly made Jace the man already. But, you know, it's nice that he's here, and I'm nice that he's never going to hurt.
I really would have liked if they would have just brought back Jace Beleren.
Well, see, Jace is in Ravnica right now, according to the story. That's where he went. So there's going to be a Jace in Ravnica. I'm pretty sure he's going to be for Dimir or Azorius, but...
What?
Well, wouldn't there be a multicolored Jace? Doesn't that make perfect sense?
Why are we doing M13? Why can't we just do Return to Ravnica? Let's just do Return to Ravnica.
All right. Jace's Phantasm, however, now this is the one that everyone's like is either insane or Terabad.
I mean, it's not either. It's just a fine card. Like,
that was not the part where you say either. That's the part where you go, Evan, Yob, it's one of the two.
All right, Evan, Yob, it's neither.
What the really? This is not how this works, man.
It's a 1/1 flyer for one that works with the Illusion Bear.
I remember when Flying Men were too good to print. Remember that? Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't remember. And was that back when you used to watch TV in black and white too?
Shut up. What? It's a Wonderful Life is a fine film. Now look, Jace's Phantasm. Flying Men used to be too good to reprint. They printed it in Time Spiral, and everyone was like, "OMG, Flying Men pre-printed." Like, Blue should never get a 1-mana 1/1 flyer. And this guy just has like crazy upside. You don't think like his upside is that good? Is it ever going to happen in older formats? What are you doing here?
I mean,
people are going to watch this years from now, and either Jace's Phantasm is going to be awesome, or it's going to be crap, and we have to come down somewhere.
All right, I'm going to just say that I don't want to say that, but fun fact, when you said It's a Wonderful Life, I was actually in a play It's a Wonderful Life
My
once.
God. Kraken Hatchling is a 1-blue 04. You know what? I'm going to come down on Jace's Phantasm, and I'm going to say it's not that good.
I'm going to say it's not that good either.
Fine. Kraken Hatchling is a
Actually, it's Terabad.
Kraken
It'll never get
Hatchling.
played.
It's a 1-mana 04. It's a 1-mana 04. You know what it does? It blocks. You know what it blocks? Dudes.
Dude, and you know what's the worst thing about this?
What's that?
I feel so bad for Luis because there's no Explorer scope to put on this guy and attack on turn 2 and giggle. He did that so many times. Like, you could just ask. I bet he did that over 100 times during Zendikar.
Oh my God.
I was like casting, like putting 12 power on the board by turn 4 or whatever, and he's like, "Oop, got my 7th land."
Reveal.
Can't kill it. It's an 04.
That's sweet. I love that. I love that he can't attack. It's nice because it's basically like a steel wall that can attack, and that's great. Master of the Pearl Trident. They fixed it. They finally fixed it.
What's it?
Lord of Atlantis.
Why'd they fix it?
Because Lord of Atlantis gave your opponent's creatures...
Well, I mean, all the cards did back then, yeah.
Well, yeah, because they didn't really know what they were doing, but, like, it's fine.
They did not fix it. They're saying, Modern's a format, and we want Merfolk to be in it.
Or they're saying they want Legacy Merfolk to be sweet.
I actually think it works in Legacy. Like, I actually think that Merfolk is going to be very scary with this card in Legacy.
Well, it's way better than Merfolk Sovereign. Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
And having so many more ways to have Island Walk is really bad, and you can have multiple in play more often, so then when your opponent can't blow you out with a lightning bolt or something. I'm scared of having way more Lord of Atlantis type effects when I'm playing like Rug, because I play a lot of Rug, and I usually can just like kill off the one Lord.
No, he can't.
But now there's going to be more. Yeah.
I'm going to be playing friggin' Merfolk.
Are you?
Guys with my Aether Vials and my Silver Galadeps and stuff.
And you're going to be like, yeah, Force of Will, that, Daze that, Island Walk that.
Misdirect this, y'all.
Misdirect you.
From the sideboard.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine. Now,
dude, the Pearl Trident, y'all. That's some sweet art, man.
Isn't that the old art?
I don't know. It's art from somewhere. It's still some sweet art. It's a blue 1-mana 1/1. It's all the way from Alpha. It has survived. Well, not really. It's taken out. Put it back. It's still a Merfolk with a Pearl Trident. That's sweet. I love the name. It's got a lot of history. I know. Rocks were soft. I'm old. Blah, blah, blah. Fine. Mind Sculpt.
This card is scary.
How?
Limited draft.
Limited goodness.
In draft, you just need to cast well, you need about 4 of them to win the game, but there are other cards that help mill.
Our Kale Answer gets it back.
I actually think that this is an actual strategy in limited.
I agree.
And it will be scary.
I love the fact that it's an actual strategy in limited. It's just like an Innistrad. Triple Innistrad, you know, you could always draft the mill deck, and it was always like kind of sort of terrible, but every once in a while it would work, and you'd just be like, yeah, high five, people.
When I drafted that set so many times, and Luis did the same thing, because we were like just online drafting Innistrad every day for 5 a time, and we eventually got sick of drafting any deck but Burning Vengeance, so we would just like start playing Burning Vengeance, and then by like pick 38, we're like, well, I guess there's no Burning Vengeance in the draft, so we're milling
with all these spells that flash back. Mind Sculpt is sweet, though.
Yeah,
I've heard lots of stories about that. Negate is the other half of the Essence Scatter combo.
Yes.
I love that. I love that it makes you choose what spells you think are important. Creature spells or the non-creature spells.
And if you have both in hand, you feel so good. It's like, I've assembled the combo. That spell's getting countered.
I control everything.
Yeah. We should have you do a voiceover. That was awesome.
What?
In a day when you couldn't control Omniscience.
In a world.
I know it's an inside joke.
We know it's Omniscience.
Yeah.
But together,
I am smart and I know everything and I know it's pronounced Omniscience.
He are smart.
Okay.
He bees not stupid.
Yeah.
Twice now. I just want to make sure.
Oh no! Now we said it twice. You see what you did there? You see what you did? You know what this is? That's Infinite Mana. Did you know Infinite Mana costs 10?
Infinite Mana costs 10.
Mox Lotus costs 7 blue, blue, blue. If you didn't know that.
I didn't.
Yep. Now, there it is. This flavor text is weird. It's almost like, it's so close to a run-on, and you'll read it at home, but it's so close, and it's just a weird phrasing, and it's like 15 words or something. Like, really? It's future and fathom and greatest achievements. It's what? Come on, guys. Just
yeah.
He does all the things. I know that this piece of art has been sitting around for a long time.
Really?
I've seen this artwork like a lot over the years, and I think they finally are just like, whatever. It's been on Omniscience. Omniscience.
It's Omniscience. It is really beautiful.
It's sweet. Sweet card. I don't think it's actually going to do that much. It's weird. Like, I was really surprised it was a $10 card. I was like, what?
Well, people want to do cool things, and like the thing is, like, everyone's talking about legacy stuff, and I'm like, so you're going to I'm going to show and tell Omniscience.
So then I can play my whatever.
Yes.
Why don't you just play the Emrakul?
Play the whatever. Yeah.
Like,
or I'm going to put Dream Halls
cards?
into play to put my Omniscience. Okay, I'm done with the joke. I'll just stop.
You're trying so hard, man.
I know.
But yeah, you're playing your Dream Halls to play this so you can play the other thing. Why don't
I
you
just
play Dream Halls to play the other thing?
I just wish you could put this into play and it won't be countered through a caravan of souls.
Ooh, a caravan. What? Redirect.
One of my favorite pieces of art of all time. Like, I just love this art.
It is terrific.
It's so good. Like, it tells a story. It tells a story, and then you read the card and you're like, okay. Yeah, it's just terrific. So good.
It's a great spell, first of all. I love the fact, like, in limited, it's a terrific trick, and it doesn't really ever hit standard, but it's still fun.
You know this red card that's in standard that targets a player?
It targets a player. I wonder what red spells target players has been taken over standard.
I don't know, maybe we'll have to go camping to think about it. And what do you do while camping?
I don't know. You roast marshmallows?
And what do you roast marshmallows on? Bonfire!
No.
Oh my god, you can redirect a bonfire.
Rewind. Rewind. All right. I'm sorry. I love that joke. You're going to see that joke in the Maddie show and stuff. I can't help it. I love Rewind. I think it's a super cool spell.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I definitely like it with Restoration Angel. Like Rewind Angel, like you can hold it up, like you never know which one to play around.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm glad it's Rewind and not Cancel. I know that was one of the things that Zach was explaining.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're going to have Essence Scatter, Cancel, and Negate. And I'm like, really? So,
Yeah, give us one that, sure, it can't be used in the early game, but it can be really awesome in the later game.
Sure.
Like, this is probably, without thinking of designing a new one, but of all the counterspells to reprint, like, you can't bring Cryptic Command back, obviously, unless you just, like, take the tap all creatures out and you just have 3 effects.
Well, they did bring Cryptic Command back and they made it into a 2/1 creature, but whatever. It's way better.
What?
It's way better now.
No.
Cryptic Command as a duder guy?
Cryptic Command is way better than Snapcaster Mage. Way better. It's not even close.
Snapcaster Mage is like, arguably, the best creature ever printed.
Yeah, and this was a spell and not a creature.
Yeah, so were you saying that Cryptic Command is the best spell ever printed?
No, but Snapcaster Mage is not a spell.
It doesn't have to be.
I'm
Snapcaster
lost
Mage
where
is
we're at.
all the things. Doesn't matter. Scroll Thief, drawing cards, doing stuff, 1/3. He's going to get you. He's going to get you. He's going to get you. And you're going to draw some cards from it. What?
Huh?
Sweet.
He's good. I like the card, especially like Exalted with Scroll Thief.
I love also, you know, Glenn Jones had a story about his pre-release where the only reason he lost is because he attacked with Scroll Thief.
And drew an
to
extra
draw a
card.
And so the guy mind sculpted him out of his 7 cards from his library and he lost. Instead of winning the next turn as he would. That's an awesome card. Sleep is a sweet card. I love this. I love this card. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's the best. I killed. Wake up.
What? What? It's a fine card. It's a fine
So I
card.
played Gavin Verhey
Did you now?
in the winning in at the U.S. Nationals where I played that really unplayable Dredgevine deck. If you ever remember that deck.
Unplayable?
It was pretty unplayable.
It was kind of unplayable.
Yeah.
But that was all you, buddy.
But so I'm playing the worst matchup of all time. It's like a mono white life gain creature deck. I can't beat this thing in a million years.
that thing. I remember that
But we
thing.
had sleeps in our yard, in our sideboard. And in game 3, I'm going to kill him for exactly with a sleep. And I just look at him and I'm like, Gavin, it's time for you to take a nap.
God!
I think this is
And
like.
then he put the sunglasses on. Yeah! Oh my God! Oh, get that dirt off your shoulder, buddy. Spell Twine, aka Kick in the Junk in Limited. My God.
Is this good unlimited?
Oh my God. I'll take
just
my
get-
removal spell and your removal spell.
That is
and
true,
You're going to
yeah.
hate life right now.
That is true. I mean, for 6 mana, 2-for-1's fine, and it's not always going to be 2-for-1.
Jeez, it's gonna be a sweet 2-for-1. They're like, then they can't get anything back. Like they can't get their removal spell back with our Kale Answer or any of that stuff, and it just feels like such a huge blowout.
I feel like you're going to be like, this card's going to be amazing, and then you're like, all right, I'll cast Rampant Growth and...
Unsummon. Nice 6 mana. Like I understand it has to be balanced in that regard, but like
I mean, I think you can do some cool things with it, but it's just a little bit too overcosted to do anything awesome.
I mean, it's only going to be a limited thing. I get it, but
Why can't we try to make it standard? Why can't it cast a
What?
bonfire?
why can't I get the bonfires where X equal 100? Sphinx of Uthun.
Sweet card.
Sphinx of Uthun.
I mean, the one thing I dislike about this card is I didn't play competitive when Factor Fiction was around, and I heard all the good stories about the Factor Fictions.
Man, I want to break up the piles in tournament play
I know.
because that was the thing.
Yeah, breaking up the piles, figuring that out. But now it's like you only see this card in limited, and it's like, well, I get to pick these piles, but you have a 5/6 in play, and it flies, and now I have to like.
So you got this
Take
dragon, BT dubs, draw infinite, like
Yeah.
God.
You have to pick a pile that doesn't add to the board already. Like it's just so good.
Factor Fiction was just like the perfect spike spell anyway. I mean, it was just it was full of
You played a
decisions.
sub game. Yeah.
And you spikes like sub games.
Yeah.
And like outthinking their opponents. Stormtide Leviathan. I mean, I like that this guy exists because there is a player who just loves this thing. It's just huge. I mean, I remember Leviathan. I remember being excited about Leviathan. Being like, whoa, this card is huge. I got to somehow figure out how to get this guy in play.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. Then this is just like a Leviathan that does all those weird restrictions and stuff on it. Weird upkeeps. It's just sweet. And it's got Island Sanctuary.
I like it. Yeah, it's got Island Sanctuary, and it can it can be the only creature that can attack, and you can just like you build the wall. Like it is fun, and the best part about when you play games with this card is because it costs 8 mana, it takes a lot of resources to get there. So you're usually a little bit behind, and then you play it, and you're like, God, if he has any removal spell, I'm dead. And like the game gets really tight. Like your opponent's like just trying to rip that last removal.
And it turns all their lands into islands too. So the island sort of gives itself unblockability. You know, and it's a great story maker. It's a great card like for Timmy's. It's a great casual card. It just it does all the cool things.
I've liked it.
I dig it. Switcheroo.
Best art I've ever seen.
Turtle meet dragon?
Yes, a turtle dragon showdown.
Shaw.
Yeah, like
who wins that?
That is like the best turtle ever.
If that's a mutant ninja turtle. What? If that's a changeling, it's on.
Oh my God! If one of the turtles mated with Spock, and it's a super, he's got mind meld abilities.
Man, that's gonna be a weird date, man.
It is.
It's gonna be some awkward times.
So where do you want to go to eat? I don't know. Get some pizza, bro.
Pizza, bro. Like I don't know, but Switcheroo is Watsy going like, you know that whole like mind control thing.
I mean, it's gonna be radical.
And Switcheroo just means that you get my Kraken Hatchling and I get your like sweet, awesome, ridiculous bomber.
Yeah, I really like this card.
I don't know. Is this better or worse than actually reprinting mind control?
It's a way worse mind control because
it's supposed to be.
Because if you don't have a creature, you can't do anything.
Sure.
And if you're head on board, it gets awkward. But it's just better for Magic. Like the decision trees are harder. You can't just like kill a guy, kill a guy, kill a guy, play that, kill another guy. There's like you have to play a bunch of guys too to make this card good.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm a big fan of Switcheroo. I think it's a good limited card. And it breaks that mind control's overpowered thing in limited.
Yeah, because it really was.
Yeah.
And it's awesome name, awesome art, pretty sweet flavor. Say hello to your new friend, the turtle. Talrand Sky Summoner. Card is sweet.
Yeah. I mean, every time you play a spell, you put a Jimmy Brooks into play.
A Jimmy what?
You're
gonna have to tell me that one.
Okay. Well, Drake from the singer.
Yeah, the singer guy.
Was on Degrassi when he was a kid, and his character name was Jimmy Brooks, and I watched it.
What is Degrassi?
It's an. How dare you?
You are young. You are so young. Back in my day, we watched Webster and Punky Brewster, and we liked it.
Yeah, now in my day, we watched Canadian teenage drama shows. I'm going to lose so much of my fan base for admitting this. Like,
you are just
my career is dead. All the bridges.
Done. Talrand Sky Summoner by himself is just tons of value.
He is my second favorite card in the set. I loved him the moment I saw him. I was like, Jerry, we need to build a deck with this guy. We played with him. He was awesome. Like, he's going to be so insane for the next 3 months. He's like a mirror breaker in the Delver matchups.
Oh, God.
You play him, you gut shot, you mutagenic growth, you vapor snag, and you just get value right away.
God.
Yeah, play him in probe. Like, he is so completely busted, especially in the mirror.
Yeah.
And then other matchups, he's really good too. But then it's like the perfect card because then after rotation, like he's just gone.
Because all the Phyrexian mana stuff's gone.
Yeah, and like it's just not going to be as good. Yeah, there's no ponders. There's not a million cantrips into more cantrips.
Yeah. I mean, pondering into a free 2/2 is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and now you can just like actual cantrip into your cantrip. So it's like ponder into like probe, Thoughtscar. You're like, hell yeah.
It's gross.
We're going to make 8 power today.
Card is terrific, though. Card is terrific. Now, here's his invocation, though. How you feel about that?
I mean, it's awesome and limited.
Limited All-Star.
I cast this 3 times in the pre-release, and I didn't even have an island in my deck.
What?
Think about that one.
What you been doing all your Gilded Lotusing?
We'll talk about that when we get to red.
Oh, snap, son. Fine. I saw what you did there with the invocation. I think it's a great card. Tricks of the Trade. They're so tricky. You so tricky.
I'm never going to play this card, and I'm going to die to it all the time in limited.
You know you are.
It's just like, but it's going to be like top deck, you're like, bam, kill you. And I'm just like,
what? Like, he's got one out. His one outer is Tricks of the Trade. And he's like,
oh, yeah, this
pay 4 mana, put it on my blow, and kill you.
I think this is like a great sideboard card. I don't know how much you want it in main in limited. Like, you play against a guy that has big monsters, like the big green monsters, and you have to race him, but he doesn't have much removal. Like, if your opponent doesn't have removal, this card is really good.
This card is a house if they can't do something about it. But I think, you know, a lot of the issues when you play the big creature decks is that their creatures are just bigger than yours anyway. And you might...
So you need evasion.
Yeah, but, well, in order to try to race them,
Yeah.
you only have to get Trixie.
Yeah, you got to get Trixie.
Like...
Of the
Trixie.
you see what he did? Oh my god.
Kill me. Unsummon is here. I swear to God, as I had said, one more fails the Vapor Snag test, and that's it. Table's getting flipped.
But this isn't as good as Vapor Snag, so it's
Of course
it
it's
fails the Vapor Snag test.
Oh my God. Let's bleed all the way out. Unsummon is awesome because it's just like a classic core set, like just like Oblivion Ring I want in forever, Unsummon I want in forever. It's a terrifically awesome card.
Yeah, it's great for tricks. It's like another, I mean, I say the word a lot, but I think that this set was really well designed and I can't wait to play it because Exalted being in so many different colors like makes these cards awesome, and I want to see the interaction of Unsummon and Exalted. Like that's something that I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
Like how good it does Unsummon get better than it used to be because of Exalted? Like I don't know.
Right. I mean, for me, I just love Unsummon. It's just flavorful. It's blue. It's just, it's been around forever. It's terrific. Veldalken Entrancer, straight from the first go around in Ravnica.
Yeah, and this card was House in Ravnica.
So good.
Yes, and I think this is going to be good now with a bunch of the mill and bounce and stuff like that. Like,
well, this is the guy that you draft in the mill deck. You know what I mean? Like when you're drafting the mill deck, he's your all-star because he has like he's a 1/4. He has 4 toughness, which is huge, and he can just sit there and mill away. And 2 of this guy are just crazy good.
Yeah,
Crazy good.
I like him. He's going to help out with the mill 7 Mind Sculpt.
Yep. That's how you're going to do it. You're going to get there with Veldalken Entrancer. Now, Void Stalker, I love this guy.
I was blown away by the design of him.
The design is so awesome.
Yeah, like
it's so perfect.
Yeah, he's aggressive on his own, 2 power for 2 mana, so he's good in like a fish style deck.
Yeah.
Because his ability is to tap, like I like that because like it alone can stop a person from trying to flip a Huntmaster.
Yeah.
Like I think this could see constructed play. I wish it wasn't an elemental. I wish it was just like a creature type that like just for spiky, like constructed, like it was a creature type that worked with some kind of tribal.
Wait, did you want it to be Merfolk? Is that what you're trying to say here?
Yeah.
You are so greedy. So greedy. Yeah, yeah. Anything else? What if it drew a card when it came into play? Some of that?
And yes.
Maybe,
what if it just didn't shuffle in on its own? Maybe it just shuffled them.
Wave only costs 1 blue to cast. That make you happy? I think the card's terrific. I love how it is on the curve. And I also like, as you said, because it taps, you basically have to choose whether or not you want to attack or if you want to like but like that's a sweet card to just like, you know, turn 1, whatever, turn 1 Delver, let's face it. Turn 2 Void Stalker, like you're beaten down, but at any time they drop something scary like a hero blade holder or whatever they're supposed to trump you with, you're just like, nope, let's just get rid of that one.
And it's good in like limited combat because you can like block 1 guy and kill another guy, so he takes to care of 2 guys for 3 mana.
Yep. Card is value.
I'm very happy
Water
about it.
Courser. I complained about this a little bit on Twitter, and R&D was just like, blah, 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 blah. This has been in blue for a long time. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sorry guys.
Why did you complain
Water
about
Servant. Because it felt like a very red ability. It still feels like a red ability to me because this was like...
It's a Morphling ability.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to think of it that way, it's also like what's the red card? Like something flow, like stone flow or something. Anyway, like the red cards, I believe, had this first or had it around the same time as Morphling did. Whatever. Either way, it's a fine ability. It, you know, thematically shows water flowing in and out. You know, power to toughness and stuff. So I get that, and I appreciate that. It just felt more red to me.
And it's awesome with Exalted.
What?
All right, I will only say one more Exalted thing.
Like Welkin turns awesome with Exalted?
No, Welkin turn is I don't know why they let him be a Welkin and not the Battlecry Eagle.
Battlecry Eagle? You mean like Avon Squire?
Whatever, the Battlecry Eagle, I think is its name. They they let him keep his Welkin name.
Oh, you mean the Welkin Guide instead of they didn't print Welkin Guide. He was a bird cleric, and no one likes bird clerics. I like my birds to be birds. Bird.
I like my birds to be cooked.
You know, the bird is in fact the word. All right, moving on.
I thought you were gonna go with the birds and the bees.
Birds and the bees. Windrake. 3 mana, 2/2 flyer, as wonderfully clear cut as a magic card can get.
Yeah, 2/2 flyer for 3.
Just defines a color.
That's it?
That was it. That's how we ended the blue cards, was Windrake.
Well, then
fine man.
let's talk a little bit more about Windrake.
Let's do it. And the 2 powered for the 3 mana. All right, we're going to stop. What? Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us today for our blue card set review. We've been here the whole time. This is Evan Irwin.
I'm Brad Nelson.
And we're tapping the cards.
So you don't have to. I got to do it again.
Yeah, Bob.
I always like the fatties.
Hey, the red light is on.
Hey, the red. Where's the red light?